Yeah. Oh. Welcome, everybody. Just kidding. I'm not going to sing to y'all today. Welcome to the Friday podcast, everybody. Number 86. Yes. Thank y'all for joining me today. I appreciate it. Let's get it started. Yo, first of all, I want to shout out this. If you like to sketch, this is pretty cool. I got it on Amazon. So at first, I was literally gonna redo this comic book I made already. But then I started saying, nah, I'm because then it was like I don't feel like redoing a whole comic book. Which I have the comic book somewhere over here, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, so I started doing like little single ones, unfinished ones, just little things. Each page is like its own. This one's kind of funny. It's like because I imagine the words are gonna be like, you want an ice cold brew on this one, and it's gonna look all cool and so. I mean, that's I got a color on and stuff. This one's a car, and it zooms out, and it keeps zooming out. This one started being random, so like just geometric shapes, which was weird. And then I designed this little dude. And then this one this is the most recent one that I started doing this year. So as you can see, on one side it's like raining, on the other side it's fall. And then I did this one, which is kind of weird because it kind of looks like, I don't know, weird. That's a bird smoking. And then I made this weird one, where it's like the earth is a mouth. It's a person. You see that? The mountain with the cave is like a nose, and the lake was a mouth. It's weird. And then I did this one, which is kind of corny, but like space travel, air travel, vehicle travel, water travel, underground, underwater. And then I did this one, where it starts off with like the above ground, and then you go. It's supposed to be a naked mole rat. Because they're blind. It's supposed to be shade. I drew that last part like today. And then I did this one, which is pretty cool. It's like a street scene. Okay. And then I did this random one. So it's just like another way you can sketch. Because the reason I started doing it in here is I have sketchbooks, but I already finished them. And this one's kind of random. Kind of really weird. But I like it. I mean, this is the weirdest one. So none of these pictures have anything to do with each other on this one. As far as I could tell. There may be a story in there somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. Then this one's a story. It's this robot, and then there's this other robot, and then there's these spirit things that live on this world, and it's a factory, and they're burning robots, and he wakes up and he's like, what the heck? And I don't know. And I think this one's gonna talk to him. The one that has like a mouse in its mouth. And then this one is particularly interesting. This one I would start off with the middle. So you see that's a cannabis plant. And it goes into how it makes you five, because I was thinking about the five senses and because of this podcast I did with Vino and Romo and the Odd Pod, and it's talking about, we talked about the five senses and how they can lead you to sin. So weed can enhance the amazingness of your five senses. Okay. Now that means it can make music sound better. Now I just started the sketch, but it could be like trash music, or it could even make nature sound better. Now it can make nature look better, or it could even make video games. You know, it could make the base senses look better as well. But you gotta focus on this one. It can make food taste better. So you can use that to your advantage, or you can use it to your disadvantage. That's what it is. You can use this to your advantage or disadvantage. It's the same as life before we were found, but you gotta be able to control it. And then I did this weird one. This is the last one, where I did a cat, and I was like, well, that's ugly. So I did a kid that's like mad at the cat. He's like, well, what about if I look like this? And then he's like, oh, that's dumb. And then he looks like, what about this? And the kid starts crying. And he's like, what about this? And the kid's gonna say, please stop. And he's like, what about this? The last one's supposed to be like Black Panther. Tony the Tiger influence, Garfield influence. I don't know what the hell I was thinking on that one. And that's it. That's all I've done so far. So maybe I'll have more stuff next time. All right, let's get it crackin', lackin', lackin'. To the ocean. There we go. That's better. I don't know. I'm jittery. I think because I drink a lot of coffee or something. Whoa. A little bit just went almost down the wrong tube. That was crazy. All right. So this is 86. Thank you for returning or joining. Thank you for watching the clips. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the love. Hopefully there's more to come. That's why I'm putting love into this. Since y'all showing love, I'm putting love into this. So, random page. And it's clear. All right. What is something most people get wrong about you when they meet you? Man, I don't even know. You gotta ask the people that have met me. I mean, people who have met me have said that, like, when they heard my voice, they thought I was a different race. Or I don't know. I guess you just got, that's something I have to ask people that meet me. I'm sure when a lot of times I come off as like being like too cool, like, but I think that's pretty wrong. What opportunity do you wish you would have taken? Ooh, missed opportunities. All right, so there's this one time when Bone Thugs-n-Harmony was at one of the hotels that my dad worked at, and he said, "Hey, you need to come through," and I should have just went. But I was so high and paranoid, and probably had just fapped, so I had no, But finally, I went, I took the CD, and my dad was like, well, they left to the studio, so he was kind of like, man, you should have came earlier. But he put it in there, and eventually they called me on 420 that year, the year after, and they're like, yo, man, keep doing your thing, but knowing now what I know now, they're independent, so it's like, keep doing your thing, we'll collab or whatever, we'll help you out, we'll throw you, if you stick at it, and I didn't stick to it. Have you ever gotten food poisoning, and if so, what food gave it to you? Yeah, I think so. I think I got it from some salad at CC's. That's the most recent memory. Shout out to CC's though, usually it's on point, but for some reason, lettuce, which is mostly just water, has like choice issues with it, right? What was your first job? Okay, I worked at this place called Fun Asia. Okay, like fun and the country Asia, Fun Asia. And half of it was a Bollywood theater. The other half was... I should have tried their tea. I don't know if I've ever tried their tea. Their tea looks like coffee. But it was like Bollywood, right? And then on the other side, they had ballrooms that they would rent out for quinceañeras and parties and for different cultures. There was this one culture who they had like raw meat, and they had to get like a license for that to eat that. But you know, sometimes they'd be like the Indian weddings and stuff like that, and so they'd be like, you know, it was crunk. It was crunk. It was an interesting first job. Eventually, they just like kind of took me off the schedule. What is your favorite part of the weekend? The part where he sings, I think is right. Oh, it's lowercase W. My favorite part of the weekend, having no obligations. That's my favorite part. What is your favorite bedtime story? This is the perfect music for a bedtime story. I don't. Perfect bedtime story is like favorite. Is probably like a comedy podcast of a story of a comedian or something like that, or a really funny show. Where have you always wanted to have a birthday party? Always? I can't really think of a place that I've always wanted to have a birthday party. Oh, but where would it be cool to have one? I don't even know. What is something that should be forbidden but is tolerated? Ooh. Something that should be forbidden but is tolerated. I don't know. Hate. Have you ever been bungee jumping? If not, do you want to? No, because I saw this video where somebody was bungee jumping, and then like when they went up, the rope wrapped around their neck, and it started hanging. I'm like, fuck that. What is your favorite restaurant? Restaurants. I like this taco shop by South Garland High School. Tacos El Primo. Love some canes. Man, I'm so hungry. In your opinion, what's the best thing since sliced bread? Ooh, sliced bread is a heavy hitter too. The best thing, well, I don't know, man. Let me think about it now. Sliced bread is so good, delicious. What is better than that shit? The phone? Phone's pretty interesting. What's your favorite website? Probably YouTube. For allowing artists and creators to express ourselves on this platform. Do you prefer baths or showers? Showers, definitely. What traffic laws or moving violations do you always seem to break? Well, not paying attention. But that's changing. This starts now. Have you ever been on a pogo stick? Yes. And it's hard to, I think I only jump like 1, 2, and that's it. Let's see. Ooh, that one's done. Do you think it's important for a couple getting married to share the same beliefs? Oh man, that's tough, man. At least be aware of each other's beliefs before the marriage. And respect each other's beliefs. What have you ever done out of spite? Ooh. Said some shit, I guess. I'm trying not to be, I don't think I've done it in a long time before. Something out of spite. Trying to think if I put my booger anywhere or anything like that. I don't think so. If you ever became a writer, What would be your writer's pseudonym? Oh, shit. I got all the different names. So, I usually put like CX. They would definitely know how I was just like that. Because they put J.K. Rowling, C.S. Lewis, things like that. But if you're not supposed to put your real name, right? So, Charles Bentz. No, that's dumb. I don't know. It's probably somebody too. Have you ever rescued anyone or anything? Oh yeah, I just saw this bird, this baby cardinal, and apparently they don't fly that high, but it was kind of like hiding from me, and the parents came. It's like one light cardinal and one like deep red cardinal, and it was like the baby was like, beep, 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 but it couldn't fly up all the way. So I was out there chilling, meditating or whatever. So it kind of hid by the fence. It flew like behind me. It was like over here, and then it flew behind me and it went to the fence. And the parents were right there. And maybe I'll put the video if I remember. And it was pretty interesting. I wanted to get it and be like, I help you, but that would have been probably the worst thing to do. I tried to rescue a baby possum one time, but it ended up just dying. Alright, that's all I can remember. Do you think medical science is ahead of the times or behind? Ooh, I think medical science is controlled by money and politics, baby. What is something you came close to giving up on? Ooh. There's been times where I feel like I'm getting close to giving up on life. But man, was I being silly. Because there's so much out there to explore and discover. Would you rather trade some intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? Oh, shit. None, man. I don't want to do none of those. So I could be a little uglier and I'll get smarter. Or a little more handsome and a little dumber. Or bro, I would have to get a little more handsome because I'd be dumber, but I'd be happier, I think. When do you function at your best? Oh, on a after a healthy meal, some caffeine, some water, some kush, some sleep, clean, with no worries on my mind. What is the first thing you reach for when you need comforting? Ooh, usually kush or my phone. Probably my phone to call somebody. No, it's usually my phone to text somebody or something. Have you ever called in sick to work to do something more exciting? What was it? Yeah, literally anything. No, just kidding. Yeah, one time we celebrated a birthday. And that was pretty important. And life is short. Life could end at any time, so I felt like it was valuable for me to be there. It was an invaluable time with friends and family. Let me finish this page. If your house caught fire and you could only save one item, what would it be? Let's assume my phone is on my person. I'd have to save the laptop, I think. But although a laptop can be replaced, get my medicine. Man. One thing. Pictures come to mind. Oh, when they went from naked, does the clothing count? Does the phone count? What if that had to? Woo! It'd probably be the phone. My glasses? Oh, Lord, that's scary. Do you watch any of the singing competitions? No. What is your favorite food to eat raw? Ooh, I don't eat food raw, but I guess cookie dough. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's move on. I'm gonna take a break. Be right back. Sorry for the wardrobe. I didn't really get dressed up, but so when I'm editing, I gotta separate. So last week I did a black shirt. This week I did a white shirt. Before that was red and blue and da-da-da-da.
All right. Welcome to the movies. So I saw a movie that I was recommended by podcast and also by my friends. And so I saw it. And this movie is called Everything Everywhere All at Once. I saw it with my mom. And I wrote a little review. So let me go ahead and read that. So I saw this movie at the perfect time. Literally during the movie, I had to step out real quick to take a call. This is real. From my car insurance, letting me know that they're not covering any of the damages after making me think they would. Thankfully, it was kind of early on and the call wasn't long. It was early in the movie. And I went with my mom, who caught me up, which is also a great person to see this movie with, your mom. But you can watch it with anyone, really. I was recommended this film from one of my best friends, Ari Shaffir, a great comedian. He's not my best friend. One of my best friends, Vino. Shout out to Vino. And then I was listening to a podcast where Ari Shaffir, I think it was We Might Be Drunk, with Mark Norman and Sam Maria. And I think Ari Shaffir recommended it to him. And I'm not sure who else. There was another podcast that I heard it too. Anyway, the movie starts the way many of us are currently trying to live life in balance. The main character fantasizes about what could have been, as many of us do. She's dealing with taking care of her father, who is always talking down on her despite her obvious strength. Her marriage is teetering on demise, and her daughter is depressed. They have to go against one of the scariest villains in recent history. Dun, 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 the IRS. Luckily, it's at the Internal Revenue Service office building where the sci-fi action and humor kick off. Jamie Lee Curtis plays an incredible IRS agent and really gets into character. The main character, the mom, wife, woman, is an interesting personality and plays it very well. The actress plays it very well, the actor. It's easy to see yourself in her and vice versa, to see her in you and me. The story resonates for me as a dude, as a man. Like, it'll touch everybody. But just me specifically, as being a son, it affected me. Being a parent, it affected me. Being a human, a soul, it just affected me. It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's exciting, and it's really, really badass. There's a little bit of subtitles in the beginning, but don't let that scare you. They're not that bad. Yeah, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it was just the way that it was pulled off. The CGI, the sequences, the choreography, the script. It's amazing. It's amazing. So check it out, 5 stars. See y'all next time at the movies.
Bienvenidos a regresar. I didn't say that right. Alright, so I think twice this week. One time with Vino, and one time when I was solo. I saw a beautiful, huge black and yellow butterfly. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. Black and yellow butterfly, kids. Alright, so psychicblaze.com says that black and yellow butterflies represent hope,
and prosperity, which while black butterflies signify death and rebirth. Consequently, a black and yellow butterfly symbolizes soul awakening and happiness. It's a sign of new beginnings and sends a message of hope. Amazing. Angelicalbalance.com says that usually yellow and black butterflies are a symbol of the inner awakening of the soul, a new vision and perspective to look at things, thoughts, and freedom from all the negative thoughts. Yellow and black butterflies on the flowers cherish the new beginnings of nature. One should explore positivity over negativity. Symbols and Synchronicity.com says that black and yellow butterfly is, of course, its own potent emblem of total freedom. The colors of this butterfly, though, apply extra properties to the message. For example, the black signifies how it feels to be totally free, i.e. it's empowering. Whereas the yellow combines to add a summary gloss to the feeling of freedom. FindAnyAnswer.com says, if you are here because you have seen a yellow and black butterfly, then spiritually they indicate that you are going to find happiness, but you need to be discreet. RyanHart.org, a black and yellow butterfly is often a sign that you are currently at a crossroad in your life. You have worked hard to get where you are, but now are feeling trapped by your success. God has a special plan for you and is working to guide you in the right direction. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So, continuing on this series of angel numbers. 4, 3, 4. Sorry, that's not a gun. Please don't cancel me. Sunsigns.org says that 434 is the symbol of many interests. 4 is the symbol. 4 symbol means clarity. It is opening one's eyes metaphorically. 4 is a number that deals with truth. It is transparency, and honesty in business and life at large. 3 number meaning is a therapeutic digit. It is being able to put out your feelings and free your heart. 34 are several developments. Interesting. HiddenNumerology.com says that 434 means that God wants you to open your mind and heart to a new way of thinking and being. Unlock that abundance and hidden potential within you. Start manifesting the blessings that you deserve. Start your manifestation today. MindYourBodySoul.com says that 434 is also a message that you are immensely creative and have the ability to manifest your desires and dreams into reality. Be positive, work positive, use affirmations, meditate regularly, and remain optimistic about your future. Love your work and use your creative energy to make your work shine with glitter. NumerologyNation.com says that 434 signifies working hard towards manifesting the desires you have into reality. The angel number 434 meaning is also that of creativity, growth, self-expression, optimism, happiness, dependability, determination, practicality, patience, and communication. If I just did something in sign language and I don't know what it means, I'm sorry. DestinyAwakens.com says that 434 suggests it's time for you to look at what makes you happy and manifest more of these feelings into your daily life. Don't forget to bring some fun into your life. The 4 here suggests that sometimes we need to be practical and realistic, but it also tells us we shouldn't lose sight of our dreams and goals. Very interesante.
Well, isn't it weird how we can like, because as I was drinking it, I was holding it, and then I opened it up and let it go in. It was weird. All right. So, on the not so desperate need to find spirit animals, I remember that a couple years ago. Well, I started going back into my past. So like, I forgot which one I did that I hadn't seen recently, but I had seen before. Anyway, so I remember a year or two ago, probably around 2020, I saw a hummingbird in my backyard, and man, I was excited. And that was before I even started looking into it. I loved animals. I always loved animals. My dad used to get us books it's like animal encyclopedias. It was amazing. So anyway, shout out to him and shout out to hummingbirds. OnTheFeeder.com says that generally speaking, hummingbirds are symbols of lightness and joy. So maybe it was in 2020. I don't know. I'm not sure when I saw it. Those who have a hummingbird as a totem are thought to be playful, adaptable, and can combat negativity with ease. They also serve as good reminders to live life to the fullest and enjoy the simple pleasures in life. Uniguide.com says that the hummingbird symbolizes joy, healing, good luck, messages from spirits, and other special qualities. It's no surprise that hummingbird symbolism and meaning are important to people around the world. Just as the hummingbird spirit animal is a sacred totem for many, while they are tiny beings, hummingbird pack a lot of powerful positive energy, like my mom. While they are tiny, hummingbirds are noticeable because they come in a vibrant array of jewel-like colors. In addition, they are associated with the colorful flowers from which they get nectar and in turn pollinate. Because of this, hummingbirds are symbols of vibrancy and variety. The hummingbird spirit reminds us to welcome diversity in our lives and to honor the richness of variety. Too much routine has the potential to drag us down and put things on autopilot, so we stop evolving. The hummingbird spirit is the antithesis of falling into a rut. After all, if the hummingbird didn't visit multiple blossoms, it would limit their capacity to pollinate more flowers, thus hindering growth. The hummingbird spirit animal is a reminder that if you feel stuck in some way or you don't have answers, do something different. Switch up your routine. The hummingbird is also a symbol of flirtatiousness. Wink, wink, wink. I couldn't do it at the same time. Wink, wink, wink. There you go. That was special. These tiny birds fly quickly from blossom to blossom, enjoying the nectar of a variety of flowers. In fact, unlike ravens and eagles, hummingbirds do not mate for life. Now, seeing a hummingbird doesn't mean you should go out and have an affair or avoid a commitment, for sure. Rather, the hummingbird spirit animal may be telling you to lighten up and have a little more fun. Instead of viewing your relationship as serious, why not view it as flirtatious and fun? If you're single or dating, seeing a hummingbird can be a sign to not get into a serious relationship at this time, but instead to focus on meeting new people and widening your social circle. Scientists have studied the aerodynamics of the hummingbird for decades. Like dragonflies and owls, the hummingbird possesses special flying skills. Even in extremely windy conditions, they can stabilize themselves in midair while feeding. They're able to adjust in varying conditions to achieve their goals. Seeing a hummingbird can be a reminder that life is not about waiting for the perfect condition. Instead of focusing on resisting challenges, consider how you can handle them with grace and agility. Interesting. By doing this, you can achieve your goals. The hummingbird spirit animal also says if there is an opportunity in front of you, do not wait. Be agile and seize the moment. See, that's what I should have did back then with Bone Thugs and Harmony, but I was scared. Some species of hummingbirds have hearts that beat over 1,200 times per minute. And they inhale and exhale as much as 250 breaths per minute. Needless to say, this is a very speedy little bird. In addition to being fast, the hummingbird is very important to ecosystems in which they live. As a pollinator, the hummingbird serves a vital role alongside the bee and the butterfly. Oh, I saw a really fat, beautiful honey. So that's a bumblebee, and before there's honeybees, bumblebees, there's so many different bees. I even saw, supposedly it was a tarantula hawk wasp or something like that. That shit was crazy. They are foundational to supporting life on Earth. Shout out to hummingbirds. The hummingbird power animal is a reminder that although you may feel small or insignificant at times, one person can have a big impact. Whatever your dreams are, even if they may seem small or by other people's standards, the hummingbird tells you to get busy. Use your positive energy to achieve your aims. The hummingbird has co-evolved with flowers in a sublime, harmonious partnership. The hummingbird gets nectar from the flower, and in return, the hummingbird pollinates more flowers, which extends their life force. This is why the hummingbird is a symbol of health, healing, and vitality. The hummingbird spirit animal reminds you to be conscious of what you seek for stimulation and nourishment, whether it's food, substances, things, or relationships. It is a truly symbiotic balance. Sorry, I read that wrong. Is it a truly symbiotic, balanced, and mutually healthy relationship? If not, be like a hummingbird and quickly move on. Balance, harmony, and being reciprocal, reciprocity do exist. You just have to be willing to leave the situations that are unhealthy to find the ones that will nourish you. 2 hummingbirds and a flower. A beloved bird to many, the hummingbird is also a symbol of good luck. These nectar-drinking birds are reminders to live la dolce vita, the sweet life. Life can be hard on the earthly plane. Yet the hummingbird, with their vibrant, humming presence, reminds us to focus on the joy in life. When we live in a joyful state, it's easier for good luck to find us. The hummingbird spirit animal reminds you that good luck happens when you are receptive and open to the wonders in life. An affirmation of the hummingbird is, I make good luck happen. Like the butterfly, the hummingbird is also seen as a messenger from your spirit guides. Hummingbirds are here in their earthly manifestations for 3 to 5 years. So if you have an opportunity to meet a hummingbird in their lifetime, say a prayer of thanks, and think of those you love who have transitioned to the spirit world. The hummingbird is a beautiful reminder that your spirit guides are present. Interesting. It'd be cool to see another one soon. I also saw a couple different kinds. I saw this little black and white bird with its little one though, with his face was black and white, but the body was like brown. And there was this water type bird that I also looked up and I forgot what it was called. They're essentially different kinds of the same birds I think I've done before. Like the one was an egot or a heron or something. So many different kinds of birds. It's so amazing. Alright, so I've been spending some time outside. And there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of life outside. I'm talking about, there's all different kinds of ants. There's lizards. There's cardinals, there's beautiful life, there's butterfly life, but there's also like June bugs, and there's also, maybe you've seen those little spiders that jumping spiders. Okay, so I've done one on spiders. But I was like, okay, well, maybe there's something specific to these kind of spiders, because I had this cool little interaction with one. So I was chilling outside on this one area. So I have a beautiful tree in the back, right? So depending on what time of day, depends on where the sun is, depending on where I can sit. So sometimes I sit closer to the tree, sometimes I sit closer to the house, sometimes I sit in the middle. And when I'm sitting close to the house, there was this little black one, this little black and white jumping spider, right? And I was looking, and there was an ant going up the wall, and he jumped and killed it, and it just fell, and that was cool. And then it seemed like he was like hanging out with me, because he would come out of this little hole from the bricks, and he would be like just chilling there. And so I never thought nothing of it. But then I was sitting under the tree, and under the tree I realized there's a lot more stuff under the tree. Like an ant fell, and I think a spider fell on me, and then there was this one spider that was on me, and I kind of flicked it, and I saw it like do its little Spider-Man web thing, and then I was like, and then it finally got off. I don't think they're harmful, but I looked it up because, they're interesting. Maybe they have symbolism. So I looked it up, like I just said. Spirit-animals.com says that the jumping spider symbolism. When the jumping spider leaps into your life, it signifies that now is the time to showcase your uniqueness and talents. In other words, there is now an opportunity to be yourself in a safe environment. Take the time to examine your hidden talents and go ahead and share them with the world. Jumping spider totem. People with the jumping spider totem, which I don't know what my totem is, love to shine in the spotlight and do their creative dance. They are willing to show their uniqueness and allow themselves to be vulnerable. These folks continually examine who they are and how best to present themselves to the world. Crystal clear intuition says that jumping spiders are the ultimate time weavers, giving you information about where you are putting your energy in the past, future, or present moment. They are expert manifestors, so tune into your higher goals if you see jumping spiders everywhere. Typicallytopical.com says that a spider falling down onto you from above is actually a good sign. It means you will suddenly be struck with good ideas, flashes of inspiration, and guiding visions. It can also be a sign that the effort and energy you've put into manifestation is paying off. Finding a spider crawling on you is usually a positive omen, especially if it's tiny or small. What do spiders mean in the Bible? I thought this was interesting, so I printed it out too. According to Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 28, which says, the spider takes hold of her hands and is in kings' palaces. In the verse, the poor tiny spider who is only known for being best at weaving her threads of silk lives in palaces. Put your imagination into gear and imagine that a new palace had just been constructed with no spider inside. Now spider stands outside surveying the walls above and starts envisioning itself in the wonderful living quarters that it knows exist over the wall. Imagine yourself being the spider looking at the tall walls that surround the palace. Will you be hoping to crawl over them into the palace? I'm sure it will seem impossible, but unlike you, the spider doesn't despair at all. But the spider is connected to finding ways in which you can focus on life. The spider indicates that you need to find ways of jumping over the walls and landing right into the palace. I know this sounds strange, but from occult terms, the spider can represent jumping into something. Well, this represents biblically seeing a spider that you don't believe its shortcuts, but it is a starting point. Day after day, we see the spider building a web inch by inch without hurry, patiently watching itself an inch closer to its main goal, to arrive in the palace safely. After a long time, the spider reaches the top of the wall and then drops into the king's court below, accomplish an otherwise tough task that seemed impossible at the beginning. The spider in the Bible teaches us that as we prove to be faithful in doing small things in our life, God will definitely trust us with bigger things in life. There is a spiritual message here. Whatever it is that God entrusts you to do in life and places it before you, whatever he has called you to undertake, you should do it willingly and without seeking shortcuts until it is accomplished. Be like the spider. It may be slow but sure, and at the end you will succeed. Maybe you have been feeling you cannot accomplish goals in your life. The Bible promises that you will get divine strength and aid as you take it one day at a time. So shout out to those little tiny jumping spiders. Jumped into it, baby. Alright, we're going to take another break. And we'll see what happens next. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody else that might be watching, we've come to the end of another Friday podcast. I hope the weekend is beautiful for you. I hope the next week is beautiful. I hope life is beautiful for you. So I was thinking of, because these past few times where I've tried to freestyle, they've been kind of difficult. So I wrote something instead. And I was like, well, maybe it'll be I got a beat on. I don't know if it's going to go with it. I was going to do like a poem, but it became more like poetry. Flowetry. Alright. Most reality is fiction. The rest is a test, part of the human condition. Accomplished with no mission. Astonished, I'm too honest. What the hell am I missing? You faker than Donovan Blitzen. I'm kind and responding, but giving toxic renditions. So I change my optics and topics and start to focus on change. Should I go to college or search for knowledge and fame? I'm trying to pay homage to those who kept faith in their brain or souls. Is it the same? And am I cursed to be a stain on this plane, in this game? Only forward I can reign. That was kind of lame. I'ma keep going. Man, I'm off the chain like a fucking Doberman or a pit bull. What it do? You a fool coming through like a train. Choo choo, man. Click, clack, bang, bang. Call me Batman from the old 60s. Man, I keep it hippie, dip it, trip it. You don't even want to come near me. Come at me. I'ma keep on flowing. I'ma keep going into the atmosphere. I'm out of here. What can you hear? You don't want to even come near because you're here. So don't open your eyes, because you might be surprised. I'm coming for the prize. And a piece of the pie sitting at the window. Man, I'm puffing on the endo. Man, you been slow. I've been cold. Mr. Freeze. Bend your toes. Bend your knees. Got you looking for the sneeze. Breeze. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, y'all. I love y'all. I know this is a short one. No badass women. You all are the badass women. I know there's the women who comment. It's mostly women who comment. Y'all are badass women. Telling me you're not even afraid to comment, and I love that. Like the one, shout out to the girl, to the woman or the person. I don't know if you're a woman. I'm assuming you're a woman who saw the bumblebee. And then somebody told me that they saw a woodpecker, and I love it. I love it, and I love it all. I love y'all, and I love the compliments about being funny. Yeah, I don't even know what that means to me. So yeah, we'll see y'all next time, Lord willing. God bless. Hope you are having a wonderful summer. This is coming from the past. I recorded this on a moon day. Full moon day, but it's actually Tuesday. So I recorded this like a week and a half before it even dropped. Man, hope it don't flop. Hope it don't fail. I'ma keep going, fill up that pail. Up some water. Man, I'ma chug it. Cause I'm Aquarius. Yeah, I'm about to thug it. I don't have no rug, but I'ma hug it. I'm talking about the trees and the breeze. What it do, man? I'm praying on my knees. Shout out to my knees. Man, I got some fleas. Ready for the cheese, for the pictures. Thank God for the scriptures. Yeah. Alright, that's enough. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Muy amable. Tengo corazón para ustedes. Tengo hambre. Adiós.